Hola.
Hola.
Привет, comrades. Es Ali Ivanova de Rusia.
¡Всем привет!
Yo soy Ivanova y el día de hoy tengo unos amigos extranjeros que vinieron aquí a conocer su lindo país México. Les vamos a preguntar qué piensan sobre México. Bueno amigos, como mis amigos no hablan español, vamos a grabar el video en inglés, pero no se preocupen, voy a subtitular todo, así que no van a perder nada, van a entender todo. Y pues vamos a empezar. Probably you have already known Mike because we have filmed some video together. I want to present you my two other friends who are coming from the USA, and this is their first time in Mexico City, exploring with Cody, exploring with Josh, and
Kick the grind.
Scary.
Why?
We have to go through all these extra checks and stuff when we get to through the airport. At least he did. At the airport there's a button and you press this button and if it's green, you're good. And I was fine, but he got red, so he had to like go through this extra check and they weren't a fan of him just because we're Americans.
Yeah, I asked why was it red for me and she responded with bad luck.
Yeah, but actually it's for luck.
Yeah, how come? What is that? Why is it just some people when they press the button it goes green or red for them?
It's just
It's red?
yeah.
Bad luck.
Yeah,
it's just bad luck.
It was definitely very interesting though.
But also, I feel like for us as Americans, it's not the best time to come to Mexico because we're Americans and I feel like we're not very wanted right now here.
Do you feel like people being like...
I try not to tell people I'm from America. I say Canada.
So Canada is okay, but USA it's not okay?
Well, you know our whole election and all that.
Yeah,
I feel like people don't like us, so I just say I'm from Canada.
So first experience, I was a bit nervous because of how the media portrays Mexico. Guns, drug trafficking. You know, it gets deeper, but we'll just stop there. So like I had this idea like it's gonna be really bad, but they also said Thailand and every other place was really bad, and I've been through there and I ended up loving all of it. So you have to experience it and not listen to the news the whole time. That's everywhere in the world. We all have bad areas and we all have good areas. And there's also good people and bad people everywhere. So I get here and instantly I felt safe. La Roma, amazing area. I feel like I can just move here. Like I felt completely safe. Everyone's safe. We're everyone. I mean, I feel safe because everyone seems nice. The vibes are great. So far, it's been an amazing time. I had no issues being here. Man, I love Mexico. I'm about to move here.
Yay!
Like me. My first time in Mexico was about a year and a half ago now. I'm Canadian, they're American, but from our countries, all we hear is the news of some tourist getting stabbed in the ribs, or like don't drink the water because you'll get diarrhea for a week, and all these horror stories of just drugs and narcos and all of that. When we say to our friends or our family, hey, I'm going to Mexico, they're like, but they only see what the media portrays, right? They only see the terrible news. But you come down here, you're a little bit nervous in the beginning, but the people, the culture, the things to see, the food, everything is just so awesome that you don't want to leave.
Actually, when I came here for the first time, there was this Russian girl who killed her family, and it was all over the news, and everyone was just looking at me and saying, oh, you're Russian! Oh! And they were like all scared of me.
That happened here?
Yeah! She cut the pieces and...
Maybe it's better that they fear you instead of you fearing them.
Yeah, I don't know.
2 days ago, we went to a tiangi for the first time.
Tianguis!
Tiangis, which are really, really cool for us. They close down a street and they just put everything.
Tiangi's here, it's like, yeah, let's go to Tiangi.
I think it's just for you guys.
Okay, maybe it's for
We
us.
fell in love with pambozos.
I don't know what it is.
La torta
Something with
con
Z.
papas, con papas. Hombazos.
Bombazos.
Definitivamente, have you tried like really spicy stuff over here?
What we have? We had the Habanero sauce.
We had like a habanero sauce eating competition.
And the locals are staring at us like, what?
Did you like it?
Yeah, I took it like a man.
We have eaten habanero like together once.
My favorite part, and I say this every time, is I'm gonna throw away! Go throw it! I'm gonna throw away!
Don't judge my
She
English.
meant throw up. Vomitar.
That was awful.
Did you actually throw up?
Yeah.
These videos are all online. You can see it.
I will leave the link in the description below and you can check this video. Probably you like it. I've heard that there are so many like Tex-Mex Mexican food, but the USA Mexican food?
Yes.
Like tacos and burritos?
Yeah. Did you expect to find something like this in Mexico City?
I was expecting burritos,
Uh-huh.
and nachos, and tacos, and they don't have them.
We have nachos, which you guys might know. Basically, it's like tortilla chips with cheese, ground beef, onions. But here, chilaquiles, which are like the breakfast nachos
Ah,
with
yeah.
sauce. Oh my god. It's hangover food, right?
I don't know, I'm just eating for breakfast sometimes.
I'm always hungover.
Yeah. I'm not.
One thing that I can't get over is when I'm at home in Canada, you go in somebody's house, they're having a party, you go to the front door, you take off your shoes, you put your shoes by the door, And then you go inside and they're like, oh, how's it going? You're not wearing shoes either because it's Canada and we don't want to get houses dirty. Here, people wear shoes indoors all the time. And if you take your shoes off, it's gross. You're supposed to wear your shoes all the time. When are you supposed to take off your shoes? I don't know, but look.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I can't do it, Mexico. My shoes have to come off inside.
In America, people keep their shoes on too.
In your houses?
I mean, if it's your house and you're hanging out, like no. But if you go to someone's house, you can just wear your shoes.
Dude, not in Canada. Never in Canada.
Really?
Never in
Yeah.
Russia.
I thought we were brothers.
One thing in Mexico that I've noticed, I don't know if I'm right about this, people leave giant water jugs in the streets, which I think is to hold their parking spot.
Ah, yeah, I know.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they just live in it,
Yeah.
so you cannot use the space.
Yeah, that's so weird. Because
Yeah.
I was just like, well, I'm just gonna move the water jugs.
You'd rather not because they can scratch your car.
That's so weird that you can just like hold a parking spot with water jugs.
For
Yeah.
me, the weirdest thing was we're walking through this like really traditional local Mexican area. What are those cactus drinks?
Pulque.
Ah,
Pulque.
okay.
Okay, we walk inside this like original true.
Pulqueria.
Everyone is just Mexican, local, and also we walk in, they're like just stare at us. I'm like, oh man, but they all loved us.
Yeah.
They were just they didn't expect us to walk in. We get the drink and it was just slimy, and in America we don't really have that much slimy textured thing. So I was drinking it, it sounded good and it tasted good, but as I got halfway it was just getting to my head and I couldn't finish it because of that. It was just a weird but yet honestly coolest experience I've ever had so far.
I got stopped by the police. I was driving a rental car by myself and I was going to the airport to fly back to Canada, and I got pulled over by a policeman on a motorcycle, and I was like, shit. He pulls me over and he walks up to the window and he takes his hand and he goes like this. He's like, amigo, ¿qué tal? And I was like, hola. And he didn't speak any English, so I used my very basic Spanish and I was like, hi, what's the problem? And he said, you're speeding. And I said, I don't think I was speeding. There was 100 cars all going the same speed. He goes, well, everyone was speeding and I picked you, so I have to give you a ticket. Can I see your license? So I hand him my driver's license. And he goes, where are you going? And I said, the airport. He goes, oh, you're probably in a big rush, aren't you? See, the thing is, the ticket's very, very expensive and it's very, very far away. Actually, you know what? It's not even open yet where you pay the ticket, and the traffic's very, very bad, so you don't have time. You don't have time to go pay the ticket. You have to pay the ticket right now. You have to pay it right now, or else I'm gonna arrest you. And I had no money, but I had heard that they hassle tourists like this. And so I said I have no money. And he said, well, do you have any bank cards you can pay with? Because, hey, there's an ATM that you can get money out right where I pulled you over. And I said, oh, my bank cards don't work. And he goes, well, I'm gonna have to give you a ticket. And I said, okay, well, I can't pay. And he started to get angry. He said, well, is that your suitcase in the back seat? And I said, yes. And he said, is there anything in the suitcase you can pay the fee with?
No way!
Like I was gonna give him a pair of like Nike sneakers or like a watch to pay my speeding ticket.
True.
Yeah, no, this is 100% true. And I said, no, I have nothing in my bag to pay the fine. And I said, I can go to the airport and I can call my girlfriend who's Mexican and she can call you. And he's like, oh, and I found 40 pesos in my bag, like $2 American. And I gave him 40 pesos and he's like, fine. And he let me go.
No, seriously?
Yeah. He was like the Peter Griffin of police officers. Que onda way. Like he was just so like,
Can't take him seriously.
if he would have come and like had his gun and like, give me your passport, I would have been like, ah! But it was just like, he was not even, it's like Homer Simpson trying to ask you for money. It was like, no.
That's never ever happened to Russia. If the cop stops you, you are in a big trouble.
Yeah.
You cannot just bribe. You can bribe, but you have to pay like so much.
In America, you can't bribe at all.
You cannot bribe at all.
And if you bribe, your ticket gets worse.
And in Canada?
Canada, no way. You're going to jail. Like,
That's why I like these countries.
So what about you guys? Did you experience like aggressive attitude or something? You
No,
drugs?
not yet, not yet. We've been in a nice area, that's the thing.
But even my bad experience was like pretty fine. I've been in this country, let's say altogether, if you add all the days, 4 months, 5 months, and I've never really felt like I was in danger. I've never really felt like there was a problem.
You actually think that Mexico is a dangerous country,
Yeah, that's the
but when
thing.
you are here, you can see that it's not.
I haven't felt any danger at all.
It's common sense, you know, don't go out at night alone, you know, things like that, and you'll be fine. That's everywhere.
And even like there's been places where we go to that's Xochimilco is kind of a little bit rough, and a local lady or guy will say, hey, you know what, not the best spot to have your camera out vlogging,
Yeah.
put it away. The locals are nice enough to say, hey, I mean, make smart choices.
Have you already studied some Spanish slang?
I just learned a lot of swears at the luchadores.
We went to go see the Mexican luchadores, and there was a guy behind it, he's like, Chupa los huevos, madre!
Is this gonna be on the video?
Yeah, it's gonna be on the video.
My favorite one is this one. Esta cañón, güey. Neto.
Neta.
Neta.
Esta cañón, güey.
Esta cañón,
Güey,
güey.
está chido.
güey.
Neta. Neta.
Neta.
No manches.
No manches.
No manches.
No manches.
No manches.
Way.
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 The slang in this country is the best. It's the best.
I love it. I want to learn just Mexican slang. That's it.
It's cool.
No other words, just the slang.
Muchas gracias amigos por venir hoy y por compartir su experiencia en México. Como ven ustedes, la verdad, o sea, para nosotros, para extranjeros, siempre imaginamos una cosa llegando a México, pero cuando ya estamos aquí vemos que todo está muy diferente, pues muchísimo mejor que nosotros lo imaginábamos antes. Les traje unos amigos que ya experimentaron México tanto como yo, pues nada más para compartir un poquito la experiencia, que no me entienden ni madres ahorita porque no saben español.
Yo entiendo un poquito de español.
Ellos también.
Sí.
Sí.
Poquito.
Muchas gracias por ver este video. No olviden checar nuestros canales. Aquí abajo del video les voy a dejar los links para canales de mis amigos. No olviden regalarnos unos likeitos. No olviden de comentar, dejar sus opiniones, todo lo que sea. Nos vemos muy pronto en mi próximo video. Paca paca, bye bye.
Adiós.
Adiós.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Ciao.
Bye.
Allie, do you know what like I'm lit means? I'm lit.
It's lit.
I'm
you
lit?
don't say I'm. Well, I mean, maybe
Yeah,
you
a lot of us say I'm lit. A lot of us say it's lit. Do you know what it means? Like if you say I'm lit, you're probably like drunk or high or something. If you say it's lit, it just means like yo, it's epic, it's cool. It's
I'm lit or it's lit?
Yeah.
You
I'm
should
not
say-
lit.
Allie's lit. She's pretty lit right now.
I'm lit right now, dude.
Oh.
You could fit right in.
Yeah, you could come to America.
It was a Russian American.